So welcome to Shloka a Day, devotees. Today's Shloka is Shloka number 4, chapter 7, which begins the description of the Lord's material and spiritual energies. Bhumirapo nalo vayuhu kham mano buddhireva cha ahankara iti yam me bhinna prakritirashtadha. Bhumirapo nalo vayuhu kham mano buddhireva cha ahankara iti yam me bhinna prakritirashtadha. Bhumirapo nalo vayuhu kham mano buddhireva cha ahankara iti yam me bhinna prakritirashtadha. Please recite after me. Bhumirapo nalo vayuhu
Bhumirapo nalo vayuhu
kham mano buddhireva cha
mano buddhireva
ahankara iti yam me bhinna prakritirashtadha. Bhumirapo nalo vayuhu kham mano buddhireva cha ahankara iti yam me bhinna prakritirashtadha. Bhumirapo nalo vayuhu mano buddhireva cha ahankara iti yam me bhinna prakritirashtadha. Word for word meaning and translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bhumi, earth. Apaha, water. Analaha, fire. Ayuhu, air. Ether. Manaha, mind. Buddhi, intelligence. Eva, certainly. Cha, ahankara, false ego. Iti, thus. Iyam, all these. Me, my. Bhinna, separated. Prakritihi, energy. Ashtadha, eightfold. Translation: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego, all together
altogether,
these eight
these eight
constitute
constitute
my separated material energies.
my separated material energies.
So the Lord is talking about how all of these energies also belong to Him. We are also energy, we also belong to the Lord. Both matter and spirit comes from the Supreme Lord. So Srila Prabhupada writes a detailed purport for this particular shloka, how everything is actually created in the cosmos. Prabhupada writes that the science of God analyzes the constitutional position of God and his diverse energies. So material nature is called Prakriti, or the energy of the Lord. And this Prakriti takes on different shapes, forms, based on his different Purusha incarnations. So Prakriti originates from Purusha. And Prabhupada quotes one shloka from the Narada Pancharatra and talks about how this material universe is created. So Lord Krishna, after multiple expansions, he assumes the form of three Vishnus. The first Vishnu is called Mahavishnu, who actually creates the total material energy. This total, sum total of all the material energies is called the Mahat Tattva. So the Mahat Tattva comes from Mahavishnu. Then this Mahavishnu further expands into Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, who actually enters into every single material universe that has been created by Mahavishnu and impregnates each of the material universe with diverse spiritual energies. It is this Garbhodakshai Vishnu that enters every single Brahmanda, from whom Lord Brahma arises on the lotus flower emanating from the Lord's navel. So after that, the third Vishnu comes, Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. After all the Jivatmas have taken their forms, then Kshirodakshaya Vishnu enters each of the Jivatma as Supersoul, as Paramatma. So this Paramatma is present even in atoms. And this Narada Pancharatra says that anyone who knows about these three Vishnus and what role they play, they can be liberated from material entanglement. So Krishna is saying the ingredients for this material cosmos are these eight. And of course, there's a difference between the Brahman realization, Paramatma realization, and Bhagavan realization. For the Jnanis, Prabhupada writes that the Brahma Jyoti is a spiritual energy of the Lord and resides in the spiritual sky. But in that spiritual sky, there is no spiritual diversity. But once you enter the spiritual planets, you will see diversity. So this impersonalist concept of God is something that the Jnana yogis pursue or follow. They believe that the Lord does not have a form. But beyond this Brahma Jyoti are the Vaikuntha planets and the Goloka Vrindavan planets. Srila Prabhupada writes that even the Paramatma manifestation is temporary. As long as the material cosmos exists, as long as the Jivatmas are there in the material cosmos, the Paramatma is there. Once everything is wound up and goes back into Mahavishnu and everything is at resting state, there is no Paramatma at that time. Therefore, the Paramatma manifestation is not eternal in the spiritual world. And finally, Lord Krishna as Bhagavan, he is the complete energetic person, which means sum total of all energies are actually residing in Krishna. And if the energy gets separated from him, there are two types of energies that get separated from the Lord. One is the inferior material energy, and two is the superior energy in the form of Jivatmas. So this is the essence of today's shloka, is that when the energies get separated from the Lord, they are used to construct this entire cosmos. An example that Prabhupada used to give frequently is that the milk from the cow is the separated energy of the cow. So milk is an energy of the cow. Similarly, Prabhupada used to use another example that when Prabhupada used to give lectures, his lectures would be recorded on the tape recorder in those days. Prabhupada used to say, "My voice is my separated energy." Even though Prabhupada may not be physically present, anybody who hears the voice of Prabhupada in that recording are experiencing the separated energy of Srila Prabhupada. So even though the Lord may not be physically present in his form as Lord Krishna in the material universes, he is always present in the form of his Shakti energies. So this is the essence of today's shloka. And now we will practice the recitation again.